Well, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Canning Nana. Today we are going to do something different and something that I haven't done in a long time. I know I'm not completely on camera and that's fine. I'm not the focus, but the dehydrated foods are. So what I want to show you today is some of the things that I like to dehydrate and some of the things that are really, really useful as dehydrated products in your kitchen. And hopefully you can use these to make everyday meals or snacks. Really versatile and just so good. So let me start with some of the basic things that I dehydrate that I really, really love and I use all the time. So this is a half-gallon jar of dried corn. This is about 6 pounds of corn in this jar. And it's only about half full. So in the next couple days, I'm going to be doing another 6 pounds and fill this jar. This is really good for soups, stews, whatever. Corn rehydrates very, very well, very easily. You can use it in so many things. You can also grind this up and make your own cornmeal. A lot of people think that, yeah, you dehydrate food and you have to use it as you would a normal food. Well, no, and I'm going to show you a lot of those things now. There's so many uses for dehydrated food, not just adding into meals, but grinding it up into powders and seasonings and things like that that you can use in other ways in your kitchen. So, yeah, this is one of my favorites, and you can make cornmeal. If you run out of cornmeal, this will make a lot of cornmeal. Like a corn flour, and you can make cornbread out of it. Really, really helpful. One of the other things, we'll start over here. This is cabbage, and I have cabbage dehydrated several ways in several different cuts. So this is more shredded. I also have bigger pieces in jars. I've got cabbage everywhere. But this is just regular cabbage. It's not a Napa cabbage or anything like that. It's just basic cabbage. Some of this is stuff that we've grown in our backyard, and other jars are what we've bought at the store when it's on sale. Like right now, between now and St. Patrick's Day here in the US, cabbage is going to go on sale. So if you like cabbage, so easy to dehydrate. It comes out really well. It rehydrates well. I love putting this into my soups. And again, you can grind this up, put it in your food processor, make a powder out of it, and add to smoothies or add to soups to thicken it. Lots of different ways to use this. One of the basic things are potatoes, and potatoes are so easy. You slice them. You do need to parboil them or blanch them. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words here. And most of the things that I show you right now are things that you will want to blanch to get the right consistency and the right rehydration. If you don't blanch your potatoes, they're going to come out with brown spots. Let's see. I have another potato. I'll show you. This is my new one that I did. And this is another one that I've done a long time ago. This is probably a couple years old. And I found this in a box. Since we moved a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago or so, I have not unpacked all of my stuff. So I'm finding some of my dehydrated foods in boxes of dehydrated food. This is what happens when you don't blanch it first. So I was in a hurry when I did this. We needed potatoes. I used some of them and then jarred the rest. And it is airtight. In another video, I'll show you how to do that. But so these are the difference. So which one looks more appetizing to you? I mean, it's kind of obvious. This does. This looks really good. These are Yukon Gold potatoes. They will retain their flavor. They will retain the color. and they're delicious. And if you want to just eat them out of the jar, you can do that too. Kind of crunchy, but it's healthy. It's good for you. I left the skins on these. This is something that I love to do, and I will be doing more. I have a ton of potatoes. I'll also be canning potatoes really soon, and I'll bring you guys along for that. So something else that I like to do, once a year, we go to a big farm here and we get about 200 pounds of Roma tomatoes. We pick them, we hand pick them, I hand select them, and I will can all of the tomatoes. Some of them I will dehydrate. And also when I get these tomatoes, you have to boil the tomatoes before you can them and take the skins off. Well, don't throw away those skins. Those skins have a lot of nutrients. So I dehydrate the skins as well. You won't see any of that here because I actually make tomato powder out of that, which I'm out of right now. We go every Labor Day to pick tomatoes. We didn't do that this year or last year. We weren't here. So, but these are great if you're making spaghetti sauce. You can add some of these for flavor. Now these were roasted before I dehydrated them, and they're just different types of tomatoes in here. And I have other jars. These are smaller tomatoes, but they're not the cherry tomato or grape tomatoes. That's what these are. So these are my sun gold tomatoes that I grow. And what I do is I roast them and then I dehydrate them and put them in a jar. Really, really good. Like sun-dried tomatoes. If you ever use sun-dried tomatoes, you can make your own. Okay, so here are some peas. Now, these peas were frozen peas, so they don't have, and they're pretty old. They're probably about 3 years old. They're not as vibrant color like I like to get. If you're lucky enough to grow a lot of peas, you can certainly deshell them and dehydrate them. They are really good, and they're also good rehydrated. If you like mushy peas, I know it's something not a whole lot of Americans know about, but Canadians and Australian and in the UK have a lot of mushy peas. You can rehydrate these and smash them and make mushy peas out of this. Add a little seasoning. It's amazing. And this is about, I want to say 3 pounds, 2.5 or 3 pounds frozen peas. So I'm going to be going over this in another video, but I just want to show you, yes, I dehydrate broccoli. Broccoli dehydrates very, very well. Again, you want to blanch it. And in another video, I'm going to show you why you want to blanch it. Really, really important. For flavor, for rehydrating purposes, and for looks. And you'll see why in the next video. But it looks very good. This is probably about a year old. This is not the broccoli that I just did. That's gone. But this is probably about a year old. And it's not very much in that pint jar, but it's just enough for a meal. It rehydrates really well. You can use it in casseroles like I do. I make a chicken divan casserole, and it rehydrates just like fresh broccoli. A little bit less crispier, but just as nutritious, just as good. These right here are mushrooms. So, and these mushrooms are baby bellas. You do not wash your mushrooms before you dehydrate them. So you don't have to soak them or anything like that. What you want to do is just brush them off with a brush, like a mushroom brush. The soil that they're grown in is sterile soil. So if there's just a little bit of dirt or whatever, just brush that off and you're fine. You can cut it up in strips. You want to use the whole mushroom and just cut off the stems. If you want to keep the whole mushroom like this and use it as a whole mushroom in a dish, And then you dehydrate the stems separately and put the dehydrated stems in your food processor and make mushroom powder out of it. You can also do that with the whole mushroom. If you have enough of mushrooms and you would like mushroom powder, which is very expensive to buy in the store. If you've ever seen even dried mushrooms, you get a bag of dried mushrooms at Costco and it's, I think, almost $15. It's a lot. So if you have a dehydrator, you're saving a lot of money if you use dehydrated mushrooms. And there's many uses to this. Like I said, the mushroom powder is really, really good, and you can use that in many dishes to give it a mushroom flavor where you don't have fresh mushrooms, or in soups and stews, again, to thicken it. It's a great thickening agent. I think the best one is the tomato powder. Tomato powder, if you want to thicken your soups with, it is amazing. Okay, so we have onions. These are yellow onions. And if you'll notice, I'm going to show you several onions. These are bigger chunks. I keep these in bigger chunks. This is a quart jar. And I have several of these, and I'm going to be doing some white onions pretty soon. I have, oh my gosh, I think I have about 7 or 8 pounds of white mushrooms that I have to get dehydrated. These, again, you can put them in your food processor, make onion powder out of it, and then your onion powder will look like this. That's your onion powder. And let's see, where's the other one? Or you can chop it up finely and make minced onion out of it and use that as a seasoning. So this is probably about 6 pounds of onions in this jar because it's cut so finely, and it's so good. You open this and it just smells so delicious. Love this. And then these are sweet onions. So they're in a little bit smaller chunks than this one because I'm going to use it as seasoning. I will probably make an onion powder out of this, a sweet onion powder, once I have the jar full, or a couple jars full, because you need a lot of onions to make powder, obviously. But these are really good. And they're also good to snack on. Dehydrated onions are really good. Let me move this up just a little bit. Okay. Dehydrated onions, if you just want to snack on something, surprise, these are really good. Okay. Let's see. What have I not showed you guys? This is dehydrated cilantro that I just did, I think last week. And I have been using this. I'm going to go and get some more cilantro because my cilantro is not in yet, and dehydrate some more of this. I use this quite often. You use dried cilantro in any dish that you would use regular fresh cilantro in. You can also, again, food process this and make a cilantro powder, which is really good. It will give your food the flavor of cilantro without the pieces. Awesome to have. So, if you've watched my video about dehydrating asparagus, the end pieces that you cut off that usually discard, don't do that. You can just dehydrate them. You can peel the ends if you want to. Some people peel them, I know. But you dehydrate them and make asparagus powder out of it. It doesn't have a strong flavor, but it will give, well, I use this a lot in smoothies for nutrients, added nutrients. Or you can use it in a casserole or as a thickener for soups. That's really about all I use it for, unless I want a dish that needs a little bit of a different flavor to, and then I will add this. It's got a different flavor and it lasts a long time. You only use a little bit. So what I'm going to be doing later on today is I'm going to be dehydrating garlic. Okay, so these are fresh cloves, peeled, washed and everything, and you can cut them if you want, or you can just dehydrate them whole, just like this. And this one is my garlic. I make garlic powder out of it. This is really good, and it's so versatile. You can make your own garlic pepper by adding pepper in equal amounts, or maybe not so equal amounts, to taste. You can make garlic parmesan and put it in, make sure you keep it in your freezer. But if you, get that, either the cheap green bottle of Parmesan or fresh grated Parmesan, and add some garlic powder to it, or even some dried minced garlic, it's delicious. And if you go to buy a garlic Parmesan seasoning, it's a lot of money in the store. So if you can find it. So this is really handy to have on hand. I'm almost out, and that's the reason that I'm going to be making more. Where are my carrots? Let's see. Oh, I know why. Okay, so I don't have a lot of carrots right now. These are the carrots that I have, and not very much, so I am going to be getting more carrots. But look at the color that these come out. These are just beautiful. These were fresh carrots. You can also use baby carrots. I've canned baby carrots as well. Again, you want to blanch these. Make sure you blanch them. If you want this robust color, and if you want them to taste like a good carrot when you rehydrate them, you have to blanch your vegetables. Very few vegetables you don't blanch. And I learned that the hard way when I started. I didn't blanch a whole lot of stuff. I learned, by mistakes and reading and watching different instructional videos and things years ago. But this is what you want. This is what you want your food to look like. You want it to look appetizing, right? So I'm going to be showing you comparison to blanched and unblanched vegetables in my next video. So this is the onions that I did, and you guys watched me. These were brown onions that I cut into rings, and I just dehydrated them that way. You can use these in many things. You can rehydrate these and make onion rings with them. Very, very simple. You can also use these like green bean casserole. You know those onions that you buy at the store that are really not completely onions? They have some other stuff in them. Green bean casserole is really popular at Christmas time, at Thanksgiving time. You can crumble these up and use as a topping. We use these as well for our funeral potatoes that I also have a video up. I will link these videos in the description box at the end of the video. And you can go and watch those. These are really good. Again, these are really good to snack on. Just onions, dried, dehydrated onions, guys. They're really good. So is cabbage. Very good. This is my celery. Again, very, very low. I need to get some more celery and dehydrate that. I make mirepoix with this, and I will can the celery, carrots, and onions together in a jar and then store them. I do have a video like that. I only did one jar to show you guys, so I'm trying to stock up on my carrots and onions and celery so that I can make myself some more mirepoix, so I can start my soups and stews and stuff like that. Great starter. Celery, you can also food process this and make your own celery powder, your own celery salt, celery seasoning with other things. It's endless. However you want to use this as a powder, it's all up to you. Experiment, guys. Experiment what flavors go together. Make your own seasonings. Make your own powders. It's really good. Now we get to another thing. This is my Italian seasoning. So when I dehydrate my herbs, I will put them in separate jars, kind of like this one. This is my dehydrated dill. I just used some of this last night, in fact. Really good. From fresh dill. Can't get any better. You can put each product, each item in a separate jar, like I do here, and then just experiment and mix together. So this is what I like. This is a crushed Italian seasoning. Don't think I have any of my bigger leafed ones. Usually I will have my basil, which is right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Open this one, let's see. I have basil, oregano, everything that I need to make Italian seasoning. Normally, I'm out right now. And then I will put it in the food processor or my BlendTech blender and just process it enough to my liking. You can also add salt to that if you want to do a blended Italian seasoning with salt and pepper. You guys all know, whoever's been with me for a while, you know I like my Lawry's seasoned salt and Lawry's seasoned pepper. I love them. They're my favorites. But yeah, experiment with your stuff. You just, if you dehydrate the things that you normally would eat, of course you want to use them. So we're going to be going through in some videos, and I also want you guys to let me know what you would like to see dehydrated, and I will show you how to do that, and then how to use it as well. This, I'm going to have to open this one to show you. This right here are peppers. Now these are sweet peppers. They're the small peppers that start out like this. I'm going to be doing some of these. I'm going to be roasting these first and then dehydrating them. And I will take you guys along for that when I do it. But this is what it comes out. These were not roasted first, but these I'm going to make, I'm just going to crush them a little bit in my, I'm going to crush them just a little bit and put them in a shaker and use them for crushed pepper. These are not hot. These are sweet. Just add flavor, add seasoning. Peppers also rehydrate really well. So this is good to have on hand. And again, you can make your own blend of seasoning. If you want pepper and basil or pepper and cilantro, if you use that in seasoning, peppers and onions, the combinations are really endless. And let's see, I think I got everything that I have out here. I don't have any bananas to show you. I'm going to be doing bananas as well. These are dehydrated pineapple. These come out, oh my gosh. If you've not dehydrated pineapple before, try this. Now, these are rings. These are the pineapple rings, and these are store can bought. I started out with these, and I have some more. I'm going to be doing them. They are literally like candy. They are so good. You cannot go wrong with this. This is amazing. So I have this. This is vacuum sealed with my food saver. And look at that bright color. I mean, it's just, they're beautiful. Good to have on the shelf. It's appetizing, and the kids love it. We love it. And it's non-fat. I mean, you know, natural sugar. If you're looking for just a quick snack, dehydrate fruits. You can also make fruit leathers. I don't have any here. That'll have to be in another video. Okay, so I want to know what your favorite thing is to dehydrate, okay? And we're giving away a funnel. So this is not just a canning funnel. When you dehydrate food, especially things like powders and things like that, you're going to need a funnel to get it into your jar. So this is one of my favorites. Open this. I just got a new one. Let's see. It's by Prepworks, and I will leave a link in the description below. This is one of my favorites because it has the headspace on it for when you're canning. It has a kind of a catch little thing here. If you dehydrate a lot of powders, you will come to understand that the powder flies everywhere. Well, it doesn't with this funnel. This funnel's really, really good for that. It's very lightweight, and it washes really well. It goes in the dishwasher. It's by Progressive. One of my favorite funnels. So I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky winner. I will pick at random. You have to be a subscriber to win, and I want to know what your favorite thing is to dehydrate. Your favorite thing, just one item. So I want you to put that in the comment section with right after your favorite thing, and then 2021, the year, okay? So if you don't do that, you're not going to be entered. I'm only going to go from the people that have watched the video this far all the way through and put in whatever your favorite thing is. Say bananas 2021. If you love to dehydrate pineapple, put pineapple 2021, okay? So I'm looking forward to that, and more to come on these videos, but these are some of my favorite things that I like to dehydrate, and I've told you why. I am going to be doing another video on what I like to can. My last video on what I like to dehydrate was about 3 years ago, and my likes and dislikes have changed. There's a lot more that I dehydrate, and I'm gonna get that out, and I'll do it in another video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day and a great weekend. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like what you see here, become a subscriber to my channel. There's going to be lots of benefits and perks to that coming up soon. We are going to have some good things to give away. We've given away 6 items so far. This funnel is going to be number 7, and we have 13 more to go. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. And remember, like the video and ring that bell, subscribe. You'll be notified as soon as I upload a new video. And watch for my contest announcements, because there are many coming, you guys. Lots. Thanks for watching.